Hey, Gospel Community Leaders, this is our final sermon set or discussion question set from the Jesus in His Own Words study. So we've made it through this one. That's one of the announcements. Next week, this coming Sunday, begins a new series, Make War, doing battle with our contrite hearts in a battle for joy. And it's going to be a series through selected Psalms about having a contrite heart, as we fight for joy in our walk with Christ for His glory, of course, and for our joy as well. So that's one of the announcements. Another announcement is that our members' meeting is less than a week away. So that is going to be something that the members, people of your gospel community who are members at Redemption Church, will need to log on to the city RSVP to come and volunteer to bring something with them. You do the same as the leader and encourage your group to do that. Also, you're going to need to form a kickball team. Maybe you can just, it's not a big deal, but it could be kind of fun to just brainstorm what the name of your team is going to be. And then when we get there on Sunday, we're going to break up into teams. We're going to have fun and enjoy this. It's not, it's something fun to do. It's not a competitive, like, winner-take-all type thing. Those are jokes that we're throwing around. We just want to do something together, an activity together that will be fun, kind of a team-building exercise as we are involved together, and just something small and goofy and fun. So come up with a team name. Make this exciting for your group, those who are members and are going to be there. If you want to make up little, where everybody wear the same color or something, do that too. That could be kind of fun. Just to, I mean, honestly, this is serious. It's a chance to promote some camaraderie, enjoy life together in a way that's just kind of silly but fun at the same time. So make it fun for your group this week as you announce that, or as you talk to your group that are members and are planning to be there at the members meeting, which is this Sunday, June the 22nd at 1 p.m. They can find all that information on the city. They need to log on there and RSVP and volunteer to bring something. But get your kickball team organized. Come up with a fun name. Maybe choose to wear the same color or something like that, and come ready to be involved in that at our members meeting. So that's that. This week we are talking, Jesus, please open our eyes to our need for you, open our eyes to the needs of others, and open our eyes to your sovereignty over all of it, that you are in charge of it all. And so we will have our first things first question, if you choose to do that, and then we jump into our personal question. It's going to be about physical disability. This is a story of a blind man who was healed by Jesus. There's an important question asked by the disciples. Why was he born blind? Was it because he's a sinner? And Jesus responds, no, it was so God can receive glory here today through this. And so it was actually God's design. It was by God's design that this man was born blind. And so how does the sovereignty of God play into physical disability? And so that question comes from there. Appendix A that is attached to this has a ton of resources. You can push that out to your group and individually recommend those to people who maybe surface through this conversation as people who have folks in their life close to them who are who have disability, or maybe they are themselves impacted by disability. And there's some great resources. Desiring God, John Piper and Tony Reinke and some of those other folks at Desiring God. Our very own Greg Lucas has contributed in some very important ways to them as well. They have a host of free resources, and a lot of those are available on Appendix A. And there's some great books and some great things that are linked to down there. So please check those things out. This is a very important issue, and so please be aware of Appendix A with that question. And the community question is going to talk about our struggle to maybe believe supernatural things or amazing acts of God that we hear about. We see that the neighbors see this blind man was healed. They look at him and they say, is that even actually him? Or how did this happen? They're trying to explain it away. None of them are excited. They're almost kind of just struggling to even accept it. And we tend to do that sometimes too. Maybe when we hear that somebody who had cancer has been healed from cancer, or we hear that there's been a mass revival somewhere, somebody that just seemed impossible for salvation has been saved, and is that real? Did he really trust Christ, or is that just are they faking it? Whatever. So this speaks into us discussing why do we struggle to believe those things. It's a great gospel opportunity to talk about, yes, healing of eyes, like those blind eyes, that was miraculous. But the real miracle is that he regenerates his heart. This blind man is saved. And so anytime a heart is regenerated to have faith in the finished work of Jesus on the cross for salvation, that is the miracle of miracles. And if God can accomplish that, and then if God can raise Jesus from the dead, God can accomplish anything. There's a bit in there also, Appendix C, that's about discernment and what that looks like. It's not necessarily for your group as much as it's for you, because there are a lot of sensational leaders, especially in first world cultures, that are proclaiming false gospels, and you see these miraculous results. And I think that the conversation is going to at least offer that up as one of the reasons we struggle with doubting some of these results that maybe we see. We see acts of God accomplished, and we say, is that really real? And one of those reasons, I think, is because of this fake, bogus, false gospel sensationalism that is just so prevalent in first world cultures. And so some of those, in Appendix C, there's some resources that kind of tell us, talk to us about proper discernment, because we still need to see, just because people are falsifying miraculous works and kind of just conjuring these things up by their own, smoke and mirrors, doesn't mean that God still is not working miraculously. And we need to have that proper balance that's brought on by discernment, where we don't doubt that God's capable of accomplishing great things, but we are able to discern, is that really of God, or is that something else, so that we can celebrate the things that are and quite frankly speak against the things that aren't in the proper context and in love. So that's that. The mission question is going to come into to address our summer outreach projects and our gospel communities being on mission, so be aware of that as well. That's everything. Love you guys very much. Praying for you this week. If you have any questions, let me know. Better bring your A game, because the Bocal Gospel Community Group is going to have one heck of a kickball team, so you better be ready. Bring it on. Awkward pause.